A year ago, I was a skinny guy who couldn't fill out the t-shirt. Today, I am 17 kilograms heavier and stronger than ever. How did I do it? Let me show you. Okay, first up is eating or dieting. The tactic that I'm going to tell you right now has made me gain over 17 kilograms in just 1 year. And I don't actually think anyone has ever talked about this tactic before. When I first started working out a year ago and started dieting, I wanted to gain muscles quick. And I knew that for that to happen, I had to eat a lot more than what I normally eat. So what I did was that I just started eating a lot in just one sitting, till I felt like I would throw up. At first, I felt like throwing up because I was not used to eating that much in just one sitting. But with time, I noticed that it was getting easier and easier to eat big portions of food. That's when I realized I was unconsciously making my stomach bigger. And no, I was not getting fat. I was just able to eat a lot more at once because of weeks of eating a lot of food in just one sitting. And that actually made my weight gaining journey a lot easier than I would imagine. So one of the tips that I want to give you regarding eating and diet is that you should train yourself to be able to eat more, because that will make your journey pretty smooth. The other thing regarding my diet was gainers. Some days I would not be able to eat as much as I wanted to, but that's when gainers came into my rescue. It's like drinking 700 calories in just 1 minute or so, which makes it a lot easier to gain weight. And if you say that you don't have the budget to buy gainers, you can make your own shake with oats, milk, yogurts, peanut butter and bananas and stuff. There's a lot of recipes on the internet that you can try. So instead of buying a gainer, you can try them out. The other thing you should know, besides just eating a lot, is working out. I started working out with push-pull legs program, and I was hitting the gym 4 times a week. And if you don't know what push-pull legs is, you do pushing movement exercises one day, and then pulling movements, and then legs, and the cycle goes on. What I want to talk about the gym is not what programs to use, because there is a heck ton of knowledge on the internet about what programs is the best and what programs you can use. But if you still want to know, I would recommend what I did myself, which is push-pull legs. That worked best for me. You can try it out. One of the most important things regarding gym when bulking is progressive overload, which is basically increasing the weights that you work with over time. If you can do 10 repetitions with 10 kilograms, start training with 15 kilograms till you are able to do 10 repetitions once again, and the cycle goes on. The other most important thing that you should know is resting. If you don't rest enough, you won't recover. And if you don't recover, you won't progress. For example, if you work your chest on Monday, you can work your chest once again 2 days later, which is on Thursday. That is what worked for me the most, and also what I would recommend you to do, which is resting 48 hours before you work that muscle group again. Last but not least, what I did different than all of these fitness influencers is that I tracked all of my workouts since day one. I simply use an app called Strong, which is a free app. You can also use it. And also, I'm not sponsored, even though I wish I was. Tracking my lifts made me realize when to increase the weight and how much repetitions should I go for in that set. And once again, that worked for me really well. I would highly recommend you to track your workouts. Now, one of the most important things is sleep. Sleep is one of the things that I practice to perfection besides my diet and my workout routine. I would sleep about 9 to 10 hours a day on average, and that made me able to go as hard as possible on my sets and still be able to recover. And I actually think that is one of the most important aspects that made me able to gain 17 kilograms in just 1 year. But also, I was pretty lucky to be able to have the schedule that allowed me to be able to sleep that much. If you say that you don't have the time to sleep that much, I would believe you, but I just want you to be honest with yourself. Nowadays, all of us have an incredible amount of screen time, including me. If you can just decrease that time by a few hours, I believe you can get really good amounts of sleep. Also, a side note, I slept in pitch darkness for a long time, and that just made me feel pretty good, so I would recommend you to try that as well. Now, I want to mention the elephant in the room, which is genetics. Genetics are pretty important when it comes to muscle building and gaining weight. I also won't sit here and lie and say that I don't have a good genetic. I have a really good genetic. I'm really happy with that. But the only reason why I know that I have good genetics is that I did all 3 of the things that I mentioned before in the video to perfection. My diet, my workout routine, and my sleep schedule. Also, genetics are not something that you can control. So instead of focusing and worrying about something that you cannot control, you should focus on stuff that you can control and change. And who knows, maybe you have the best genetics in the world. You just have to work and see. Last but not least is discipline and consistency. I could have a perfect diet. I could work out like a beast, but none of that would matter if I were to just give up after a month of training. the most important thing that made me be able to gain 17 kilograms in just 1 year is that I was so consistent and disciplined. Discipline is not about being emotionless and like being a robot. You can use your motivation to stay disciplined, contrary to what the internet says nowadays. What made me stay consistent was two things. First one being I had a clear goal in my mind, like a dream physique or something that just made me want to work harder every day. In your case, it could be gaining 10 kilograms in a year or having massive arms. When you have a goal which you want to reach, staying consistent and being disciplined becomes pretty easy. The second thing that made me become disciplined was the fact that I just enjoyed it so much. Working out became really fun in like 2 months or so, where I started to see significant changes in my body. The sessions were like a therapy where the only thing that I thought about was lifting weights. And that is how I gained 17 kilograms in just 12 months. That's why you should just continue in your journey to build your dream physique. The time will pass by anyway. So when 2 or 3 years passes by, I want you to look back at this moment and thank yourself for being consistent. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Also, if you want to learn about the best passive income ideas to start in 2025, you can check out this video somewhere right here, and I will see you next time. Bye.